Welcome back, guys. It's been a long time. We feel like we haven't talked to our supporters, our fans, or to each other in like 2 weeks. Welcome back to the show. We got a packed show for y'all tonight. We got some trivia. We got some games lined up. We got, obviously, NFL's right around the corner. We got MLB and all that good stuff. But before we do that, welcome back, Joel. I see you on the chat already, bro. I want to talk to the boys and see how everybody's been doing, man. It's been a long time. I feel like it's been over like a month, but it's actually only been like 2 weeks. So I want to see how everybody's doing, man. What's going on with everybody? Carlos, Domo, Chris, what you got?
I think we should start with Domo because he's been on vacay.
Oh, that's true.
I'm pretty sure he's got something to say.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. It was a good week. Chill. Last weekend I was off. Last weekend I did some fishing on Saturday for alligator gar bait. Then we fished gar in the Trinity River Monday. I had 4 on the hook. 2 of them I set the hook right. I know I did. They just hopped off because they're strong fish. The other 2 I didn't set the hook right, so I basically caught nothing. But that little short ride of them taking off and the rod bending, it's fun.
I told you about that hooking, bro.
Yeah, I know. You got to be a professional.
Yeah.
But it was good. Drank a bunch of beer that day, and then Tuesday morning, me, my wife, and my baby went to go pick up. We went to Austin to pick up my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and their baby, and we went from there to Fredericksburg to go see my in-laws. We were there until Saturday, so that was cool. My baby got to see chickens and ducks and sheep for the first time in real life, not just on the cartoon.
Yeah.
So he was having a great time. Cool. He was running all over the property. Oh, he got real shocked, like kind of big-eyed at first, and was quiet, and then quack, 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 quack. You know, like he realized
it was over. Huh? It was over.
Yeah, he realized that was a duck, and then he was able to feed the chickens. He was just kind of throwing the food at them. And so it was for him a big learning experience, and to see that they're actually real, not just a cartoon.
They exist. They exist.
Exactly. So got back, met up with Eddie on Sunday for just a little bit. Got to catch up with him for a little bit, and I went back to work yesterday, and still trying to get back into the groove of things. I'm kind of tired, so
yeah.
That's about it for me.
It was good. It always sucks.
It was good.
It always sucks when you're like on vacation and then you got to go back to work. You know, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, how do I do this again? Like, what do I do with my hands?
And on the way back when we dropped
I almost want to call off.
Yeah, my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and the baby, they went to get their rental in Austin. I was able to meet up with my mom. Me and Deanna and everybody was able to meet up with my mom, and we had lunch. And then I went back to my parents' place with Giuseppe, my baby. And Deanna took him to go get their rental, and then she came back to get me. So I was able to see my family for a little bit, and I got to see Giuseppe for a little bit, just a couple hours. And then we came back here, and I was exhausted at that point. That was Saturday night. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
When'd you get
It was
back?
a good week. A lot of
Sounds like
time.
fun, man.
Saturday
Sounds like
evening.
fun.
It was Saturday evening.
Saturday?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yep.
That's cool, man.
To be with family, bro.
Yep.
Carlos, what about you, bro?
What
What you
about
been up to?
Man, I just been working a lot, bro. To be honest with you, and like I've been working like 6 days a week, literally, and still trying to, getting situated in my place, more and more. So that's what I've been working on, and that's about it. How about you?
You didn't catch
How
any
you been?
games, bro?
Oh yeah. I watched. What game was I watching? I was watching the Angels for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because Ohtani.
That's what everybody
I was
reason
watching
to
them. Yeah, for some reason I caught myself. I'm like, why am I watching this Angel game? But I kept watching the damn Angel game. Not that I'm a fan. Relax. So yeah.
Word on the street is you're the biggest Angels fan out there.
Word on the street, I'm gonna kick your ass. Hell no, never.
Bruh.
My blood runs purple. I mean, purple. I'm about to say
You a Rockies fan?
purple and yellow.
You a Rockies fan?
You're a Rockies fan? What the hell?
I usually say purple and yellow because of the Lakers, but
I knew you liked the
Dodger
Vikings.
blue, Dodger.
Yeah, you like the
Viking
Vikings?
You like
fan?
the Viking fan? I knew it.
Dodger blue,
I
Dodger
knew it.
blue, baby, Dodger blue.
Oh,
That's
damn.
what you get for
That's
saying you're
myself.
gonna kick
Caught
my ass. You
myself.
fumbled that, bro.
Oh man, that's funny, dude. Chris, I know that it was your wife's birthday, right? Not yesterday, right?
Yeah,
It was yesterday,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. We no, the weekend was pretty short, but it was a weekend full of festivities. Her birthday started Friday apparently. Her actual birthday was yesterday.
That's how
But
it goes.
Friday night we went out to dinner.
Yeah.
Saturday same thing. Went to church Saturday, and then Sunday, sorry. We went with the family that we have here in Houston to dinner. And then David was able to play. Have you guys been to that Clay's restaurant? It's right by where Misa used to live on
Yeah.
on Clay, literally in Queenston.
Yeah.
There's this little restaurant, but
Oh,
they used
I know
to
that
they used to
place,
have
I know.
ponies there. They used to have ponies there, and the kids
Oh,
can ride them.
that place has been there for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, used to
it's
have-
been there
it was
for
like a
It's been
petting
there for-
zoo
I've
they
been
had.
there before. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I've been there a
well,
couple of times.
I was Carlos. I was under the impression that the ponies and horses were there. They're not. But they had like a little pit. Yeah. Well, David was. It's because we had told David that there was going to be horses. There wasn't, so he was like complaining the whole time of like, "Where are the horses at, dude?" And then they did have like a pit of sand, and him and Sophia, which is my niece, they went in there and they were just having a blast in there. And then yesterday we went to that Post place in downtown, which was the first
that's a
time
good
for
spot.
us.
That's where
And,
Carlos,
bro,
you went
they
to
have
that
so
place
much food.
when you guys were.
I know what he's talking about. I went to that place.
Yeah, you went to that place. They have really good food up there, and then
That was cool. Yeah,
I guess the roof of that place is beautiful. You kind of see a little bit of the skyline of Houston.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
shot
but that was,
good pictures of my niece there.
Yeah.
You did? Awesome.
Yeah.
But besides that, it was hot, bro. This past weekend was steaming.
It's hotter this week.
Yeah,
it's
It's hotter
hotter
this week.
week.
Tell me about
Carlos,
it.
what are
bro.
you talking about, bro? You're
over
casual
100
there.
degrees
That's
here.
nothing in here.
104, 105.
It was like 97, bro. It's hot.
Oh,
What the?
You're
That's
missing
not
it,
hot, bro. That's
I
that
wish.
over here in Texas. We look forward to a 97
Well-
degree day, bro. It's averaging like 106 each day over here, bro. That shit's fucking nuts. It's way too hot.
I feel
Wait,
like
I don't
a
even wish
fried.
that my worst enemy.
I feel like a fried egg.
And I work
That's
from
why
home.
you don't, that's
bro.
why you haven't come over here. It's too hot. It's too
And
hot
I
here.
work from home.
Yeah, and I
The
still
walk
complain
from my
about that
office
shit.
to my
dog.
truck is terrible, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He doesn't get in the pool. He doesn't get in the pool. He's boiling like a crab.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Fucking crawfish season
But-
over here.
But besides that, the weekend was just like Domo said, just filled with just family time, which is awesome to do. And then now we're back to the grind. So yeah, but that's all me. Misa, what you got?
So I actually had a fun-filled week. My wife came to Dallas with the baby, and she stayed here for a week. We celebrated our biggest supporter, Joel, his son's second birthday. We went to the Dodger game on Saturday against the Rangers over here, and we had some real good seats. Shout out to my boy Chico. He gave me another baseball over here when he was coming back into the dugout. So it was cool to see the Dodgers in Texas. It was just a fun-filled time. We went to Oklahoma to the casino for a bit. Joel had some family in town, so we just kind of like hung out. Had his son's second birthday, and then this last weekend, Omar, which is another big supporter of ours, his family came down, him, his wife, and then their baby, and so we all just kind of hung out. Saturday, we went to some spots to eat, and then on Sunday, before they left and drove back to Houston, they came and we just hung out at the house, and everybody got in the pool. The kids were enjoying it and having a good time. It is hot as hell out here, and even in the pool, like you feel like a jacuzzi, like it's just hot.
Yeah,
So,
the pool's even like bath water is almost.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah, it's just.
Hey,
you
bro,
think
I
it's
was gonna-
refreshing. It's not. It's warm. Like it's
I was gonna ask, do they sell like I don't want to say it's like ice, but that you put in your pool to cool the pool? That way it's not
Chill.
just like warm piss,
Chill,
bro.
melt.
Not really.
Sure, melt.
Not
I
really.
wouldn't think so because I mean, if you think about, I don't know what size your pool is, but I mean, if it's 40,000 gallons, you're gonna need a shitload of ice. You know what I mean? Like that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
No,
So I don't-
but
But
no,
I know. I'm just saying.
I know what
Like,
you're
just
saying.
to cool it
Ice.
off, it's gonna need like. I know. I'm just saying.
I know what you're
you'll
saying,
need a
but like
lot
to
of it.
pull it off, there's not really much
Yeah.
you can do besides just like
Yeah.
shading it and stuff like
I'm
that.
about to ask you, because if the sun is just beaming on it all day,
It's
it's
all
gonna get
day.
hot as
Yeah.
So
fuck.
like,
Yeah,
there-
exactly,
especially when
But
it,
if you
like,
need,
when
if you
it
got
comes
some
to-
shade, I guess it'll help.
Yeah, the shade will help
Yeah.
a little bit, but it's just beaming on it all day, like you guys said. So it's just lukewarm water, but it still refreshes you because it's so hot outside of the water
I bet.
that like when you're
Yeah,
inside the
you
water,
get out and you get out and you'll cool off. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Getting
So-
out of the water you'll feel cool, but getting in is just, it's like
Yeah.
it's better, but not.
Texas,
Yeah.
Texas is so hot that you can be in the pool all day, get out, and you're automatically dry. You don't even need a
Yeah,
towel.
exactly. You don't even. I just sit
Yeah,
out there
pretty
for a
much.
little bit. I just sit out there
It
for a little bit,
evaporates.
bro. But yeah, so I mean, it was a cool week. Obviously, the wife and the baby are moving in like 2 weeks, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. So it'll be a
That's
great
good.
time once the baby is here and stuff. And then seeing my daughter just kind of grow up fast as hell is crazy to me. But yeah, man, it's been a
That's
good
what they do.
couple of weeks, to catch up with us, and obviously, we missed everybody that we talked to on social and stuff like that. But we're back now every Tuesday live on Twitch, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Videos go up on YouTube. But let's get back to the show. Let's talk some sports because I know that's what a lot of people come to listen to is to our sports addicts. So we got a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff going on with the MLB. We got a lot of MLB trade deadline. Is obviously today's the day of the trade deadline. Obviously, big news going back to Houston. One of the legendary pitchers, Justin Verlander, actually made the transition back to Houston from New York. And then New York also got rid of Mad Max, and they sent him off to Texas. They are like half a game behind each other. So they're both making moves for this playoff push, the Rangers and the Astros. I'm excited to see. Honestly, when we went to watch the Dodger game against the Rangers, it was a one-sided game that we saw on Saturday. It was definitely all Dodger ball. There was just bombs coming left and right. But the Rangers do not look bad. They are going to put up a fight, regardless who they play in the playoffs. When they make the playoffs, they will be putting up a fight with whoever. And then now adding Mad Max to that rotation is a huge key. Although everybody's like comparing Nathan Eovaldi, and I'm just like, dude, in MLB The Show, I hit bombs off of Nathan Eovaldi. Bombs, bro. But obviously in real life, I probably
because you cheat.
get close to that shit.
Yeah, cheat codes on the Xbox or whatever.
Yeah.
He puts it on rookie. He puts it on rookie.
On rookie.
Yeah.
He plays on rookie mode.
He made his own character maximum everything.
Damn, how'd y'all know, bro? Y'all follow me? But I think that the rotation for the Rangers is going to be good, and I also think that their player core is good. A lot of people were expecting Cody Bellinger to come sign here. Cody Bellinger was also expected to sign with the Houston Astros because the Cubs were going to supposedly try to get rid of him and alleviate some contract. But then the Cubs came out and were like, actually, we're not getting rid of him. Like, he's staying with us. So
You know why, right?
Because
he's having a good season,
mediocre this year.
No, he's having a good season. You're just a belly hater.
I'm not
He's
a belly
having a
hater.
decent
I just
season.
don't approve of him. I think he's okay.
You have a belly ache.
Yeah.
have a
He had a great rookie season. Of course, I'm not taking that away from him, but obviously injury prone and all that.
He had an
He's having
MVP. He had an
having a
MVP
decent
season.
season, bro.
Huh?
Remember his MVP season?
Yeah, that was his rookie season. That's what I'm saying. So his first career season was great, but then you kind of set the standard way too high, and then he hasn't been able to keep up.
Yeah. What year is he in now?
Same thing with Christian Yelich.
Year
Yelich
5, I think.
That's true.
Yeah, same. Christian Yelich, same way.
Okay, just right now, talking Cody because I'm gonna defend him forever. His batting average is 313. He has 15 homers, 46 RBIs. He is having a great season from what he came from in the Dodgers organization. So
I never heard of him.
So he's to me he's having a decent season. Batting 313 already past the middle of the season. You can only go up, or you can obviously.
No, you could go down. You could definitely go down.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with you. He's having
Cody
a great
here, bro.
turnaround season, but I'm not gonna put him or place him into him having an MVP run season this year. You know what I mean?
don't
Like,
think
there's no way.
anybody's doing that.
But like, he is having a good season. But if I was the Cubs, and okay, maybe I won't make it into the playoffs. Let me get some payout for him. I would have given him up easily for somebody else. Whether it's for people in the farming system or for pitchers or whatever you may need, I would have given him up, and then Cody could have gone to a potential playoff spot. Maybe Cody didn't want to go and leave Chicago. I don't know if Cody wanted to go to Houston, obviously, because of the whole Dodger-Houston stuff. But if he would have ended up in Texas, that would have been crazy to see him as a Ranger, because then there's a potential, obviously, deep playoff push with them, too. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying that Cody's not having a good season. I just don't think that it's spectacular. I think this is what he should be doing consistently on a yearly basis. Not, oh my God, now he's having a great season. Does that make sense? Like, this should be the average for him. Is a 313 average, 15 plus, 20 plus.
Well, like you said, like his rookie year, he came out MVP. You know what I mean? So at that point, the bar is set there. So anything less than that is like, is he like not doing as good? And he's having a great season right now, but it's not his MVP. So it's.
Domo, you don't really follow the Dodgers, like us. So when
Right,
he did
right.
his MVP season, and then you had the 2020 World Series, which he had one of the most crucial home runs to make us get that push to win the World Series. Then he got injured. He got injured during that series with the person that just came back from the Red Sox, Kike Hernandez. They went up after a home run celebration, and they kind of butted their I don't know what you call it, like the forearm, and that's where he got injured apparently. And then since then, he hasn't been the same.
remember that.
Misa is 100% correct. He did not play the way that he should have with the Dodgers, but I'm not going to knock him in the sense of what he's doing now with the Cubs, batting .313. I get that he was an MVP. He should be doing that in general, but after an injury like what he kind of suffered, his whole batting stance changed whenever he was with the Dodgers.
What was the
after
injury?
that. Just something in the forearm. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Okay, gotcha.
But I can look it up right now. But whatever. Let's leave Belly behind, and then let's keep going. Let's keep going with the trades because I could talk, Dodgers all day. But
Well,
not a
hold on.
Dodgers podcast.
Before we get back into the trades, obviously we have people in the chat. Junior asked, "How do we feel about Justin Verlander back in Houston? Do you think he's washed?"
Can I give my personal opinion?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I do have two small things after you. Just
Okay. Justin Verlander, great pitcher. Obviously a legend in Detroit, and obviously a crucial legend with the Astros organization. Last season, whenever they did their playoff run and they won, he wasn't a big part of that run. When I'm saying that is that he was not clutch in the mound. The person that carried the Astros was Framber Valdez, and we know how killer he is on the mound. But
Yeah.
Justin Verlander, as a vet, did not show up. And me and Misa were talking about it today. It's kind of like the Clayton Kershaw for us, two
Yeah.
old guys that are they're still good. I'm not going to say they're not good, but they're not, to me, whenever he went to the Mets, I thought that was like Messi coming and playing for the U.S. It was like his retirement thing.
A retirement run.
Yeah, but now he's back with the Stros, which is cool. Like everybody loves Justin Verlander if you're an Astros fan. Hell, I like him too.
No,
I
in
respect
Houston,
him.
everybody loves him. Yeah.
I respect him. So I don't think he is washed, but I don't think it was a good kind of pickup because there was so much more that they could have gotten rather than just Justin Verlander that's already been here. And,
Now, can I ask you, while you're on it right now, before Domo comes on his points, can I ask you, though, from what you just said, do you think that it was a comfortable pick for Verlander because he loves Houston and the Astros organization? Do you think it was just kind of like
it's familiar.
familiar,
Ease
familiar
into it,
territory?
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think it was just an easy transition for him, and that's why he was like, "Yeah, I'll take the Astros deal or whatever"?
Yeah. So if you think about it, bro, like right now, I have his stats pulled up. He has a 3.15 ERA. He has 81 strikeouts. This is the whole season.
This is this season.
And he's
This is
6
what you're
for
pulling
5
up?
right now. Huh?
This is this season what you're playing
Yeah, this
today?
season.
Okay.
And he's 6 for 5. So he doesn't have like a crazy good record as a Met.
Yeah.
Now
It's the Mets.
Now the Mets
Yeah.
don't have a good record.
no. But that's what I was gonna say. But
Yeah, yeah.
either way, if he has a 6-5 record, that means that he lost 5 games himself. Because the loss could go. The loss would go on the
counts.
bullpen.
Yeah.
The loss would go on the
counts
bullpen
to
if
the
it was
bullpen,
their
yeah.
fault. But him losing 5 games and only winning 6, and you're Justin Verlander, number 35, 2-time
Well,
World Series champion.
That's not.
You would think, and he's a
Yeah.
Cy Young winner too.
Well,
That's
see,
not
I
too
mean,
far, huh?
I think his age
Yeah,
is
he's 40, bro.
key, bro. He's
He's
up
40.
there, man. Like he looked 40 when he was 30, so like his age is up there.
Yo, what's wrong with being
Is it-
40?
And
Bro,
Is he
Carlos,
still
you're
throwing
90,
heat?
bro.
I mean, I think he's averaging his
Damn good for 90.
his average speed is maybe 96, 98. I want to say
That's pretty fucking good if you
That's
ask me.
still fast. That's still
At 40 years old.
Exactly.
But
With
it's
with
not all
Kate
about
Upton
speed,
at
though.
home.
I know. I'm just saying, can he still throw the heat? Is what I was asking.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Yeah.
He's
Can't
a
do it
solid.
right now
He's a
in
solid,
his 20s.
solid pitcher, bro. No hate.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
just think that the Astros could have done more with what they were offering. That they threw 2 prospects and cash.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they could have got like another, maybe like someone from a different team, or hell they could have, like Misa said, got Cody Bellinger from the Cubs just to get another center fielder in because their center field is not the strongest.
But we
Yeah.
don't know what the Cubs wanted for Bellinger. You know what I mean? Maybe it was
True.
way
Exactly.
too much, and you can get Verlander for way cheaper, even though what they gave up. But like,
Yeah, that's
You're
true
right.
too.
So Domo, what were your points on that one? On JV?
So it's kind of all scattered, but just like you just said, they gave up 2 players from the farming system, and what I read was that two of the top 5. So 2 of the players they gave back were like good farming system players, are supposed to be good.
That's high, dude.
Farm
Yeah,
system.
yeah. Right, absolutely. You don't know how it's going to pan out, but every team has their top guys that
Exactly.
they've been watching, studying, working with, and they know or feel that they're going to do really well. So for the Astros, whoever these 2 guys are, I didn't see the names, but if they've been working with them for a while and they are a really good talent, for them to give them up to get Verlander back. But like we were just saying, to go along with that, I agree that maybe it was just maybe they gave up a lot, but at the same time, because the playoff, not as, I guess playoff push, but like to get Verlander back, it's easy in a sense of he's already been here, he's already won here. You know what I mean? He just moves back and pick it up and go. Not somebody from, I don't know, Seattle, and they got to learn everything starting from the beginning in a sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. He already knows the system. He already knows the coaching. He knows a lot of the players as well, that kind of thing, and the fan base loves him. What I was going to say, 2 things.
Hey, bro, the prospects, just for everybody's info, is an outfielder called Drew Gilbert. He's rated as Astros' best prospect. And the other is a minor league outfielder, Ryan Clifford. Those were the 2 guys.
Damn, that is a high pick to give up, man, for JV. Shit,
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
But it's one of those things. So like if you look at the Astros, I mean, there's obviously the World Series with the cheating and everything like that, and then they won the World Series again. But at the same time, just like any sport, any team, there's a window, and eventually that window is going to close because you're going to. And the MLB, if I remember right, there's not a cap. But at the same time, you're not going to be able to keep everybody around forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so the Astros may be feeling like, look, we can bring this. He's not what he was a couple of years ago or even last year maybe, but he's still really good. He's a veteran. He's won. He knows how to play or how to pitch at least. Bring him back in for you're spending the cash and you're spending the prospects, but at the same time, if you're trying to win now and win as many as you possibly can, that's what you got to do. If the organization feels like the window's starting to close, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because let's say they don't do it and they don't win, and next thing you know, there's another 40-year drought or whatever it may be, 50-year drought. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know, and that's with any sport. I was going to say with Verlander, I don't think he's washed up. He's just getting older.
Yeah.
He's still really good. Like I said, he can. I asked, can he still throw the heat, that kind of thing. Maybe he wasn't doing, or maybe he can't do what he was doing, a few years ago. But he's, like I said, he's a veteran, especially in the locker room. The locker room morale. He knows how to win. He's won. And then the other thing I was going to say is what happened to the Mets, because I know they got Scherzer, Verlander, and a bunch of other players, and the talk was that I saw the Mets were going to be good, or at least maybe not make a run, but they're going to be good. But man, like we're just over halfway through the season. Scherzer's gone, Verlander's gone. They've gotten rid of other players.
They got rid of everybody.
They got all these players, and then it's like now they're just like rebuilding or something. Like halfway through this season.
So just looking at the National League East, just themselves, they are they're sitting in 4th. They're behind Atlanta, the Phillies, the Marlins, and then the Mets. Their record is 50 and 55. Clearly what they were doing didn't work, bro, because then spending all that cash, what they only got 50 wins? Well, how much money do you think they
right, but we're just over halfway through a season. It hasn't even been a full season. Give it a year or two.
So here's my opinion with how Domo just said it. Like, you didn't even give them the opportunity to make a push. Like, you were like, oh, you know what? Let me pay them X amount of money. Oh shit, we're losing. You know what? Nah, it didn't work. What's like,
get rid of everybody. Let's rebuild. It's like what?
You have to give them. You have to give them an opportunity, because it's like okay, for just hypothetically speaking, let's say the Dodgers were to sign Shohei, right? Obviously, this is out of the picture because Shohei's not coming to LA. But if they were to sign Shohei, and he has a 10 home run season, and he's got a losing record on the mound. The Dodgers are like, you know what? We paid you $235 million for 10 years, but we're going to cut this contract. Good luck. You didn't even give him enough time. Like you didn't even let him get comfortable with the division.
And with the Mets, all these players they got and they paid all this money, they didn't even give them a full season to just see if it even pans out. They got to learn how to play together, the system. Give it a year or two, at least a year.
What I was going to bring that up too. Thanks, Domo, for bringing that up of the Mets not committing all the way. I think the Mets are scrambling. They've always been, not really, because the Yankees are, in the AL. But either way, when you think New York, you don't think Mets. You think Yankees automatically.
I think the Jets.
Okay, but yeah, you are 100% correct. Like, how could you not give two big pitchers? So you got rid of DeGrom last season to go to the Rangers,
Also,
and
what
and then which DeGrom itself, he is injury prone. But either way, you got two big vets coming in, Max Scherzer, which is a great pitcher, and then obviously Justin Verlander. But them, I guess they both had, I want to say negative seasons, or not even full season. They're like, what? Let's just say good riddance. Thanks for your service, but you're no longer needed. We'll figure it out.
That shit makes no sense to me whatsoever because you didn't give the guys the opportunity to even structure themselves correctly in this organization, and then you're just like, we coughed up a lot of money because they still have to pay Max. They have to pay Scherzer out still. The Rangers aren't paying that contract. They're still having to pay out.
Right.
There's a clause too on Verlander's contract too, where the Mets still have to cough up something.
They still pay him out.
Remember what it is? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's like a guaranteed amount or a signing bonus.
Exactly.
Not necessarily a signing bonus, but there's a guaranteed amount if you sign. You'll get this no matter what. So
no matter what, and so that's the thing. It's still going to
sense to
happen.
me.
So you're still coughing up the money. You were a potential, like Domo said, at the beginning of the season, everybody was like, shit, the Mets are going to do crazy good this year. They got
made a lot of
awesome
moves.
rotation going on. They're going to start building from the inside. And then they were like, you know what? We took a couple L's. I'm not doing this anymore. Let me cut it. Let me send them out to two potential playoff teams because the Astros and the Rangers are both high in the playoffs. That was the stupidest thing you could do. At least send them to the fucking A's where they know you're not going to go nowhere.
They're going to go to the A's and then go to Vegas. So it's like,
exactly.
Even just looking at the Mets just hitting roster, bro, the Mets are stacked. They got Francisco Lindor, one of the most
switch hitting.
Yeah, he's a great hitter. He doesn't have the best average right now. He's batting .236. You got Pete Alonso, someone that can kill the baseball out of the park. Just
so
two
the
guys
Mets,
itself. But man,
the Mets are just blaming the pitching, is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
if they got. I'm sure they got rid of some hitters, but like we've already said, and I'm reiterating, Scherzer, Verlander, and all that stuff. They aren't what they were, but like they're basically blaming the pitching in a sense, I guess.
So
getting rid of them and.
I know we know that there's like way more like a trade deadline shit that's going on, but these two were like the the big ones because everybody was wondering where the hell is Matt Max going to go and where's Justin Verlander going to go. Justin Verlander was also in talks to go to the Dodgers, which I was for because I told Chris too. I told Chris the same thing. Chris was like, well, he's older, he's not necessarily how he used to be, and I told him, yeah, but the Dodgers like players like that. They love
like old
players
people,
that do that. They like old people.
And what if he goes? What if he goes to the Dodgers and he like intentionally walks players, and the coach is like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
he's like,
I'm Houston, bro.
Houston for life.
Obviously, there was big trade talks, and then obviously everybody was wondering where the hell Shohei was going to land, and then the Angels were like, "We're not getting rid of him this season." They're just, in my opinion, and we talk Shohei all the time, and I hate sports like places that talk only Shohei because you just see him in the front line of everything. But it is Shohei Ohtani. He's a big name. He's going to attract people's attention to it. So we're going to talk a little about Shohei too. He's not going to the Dodgers, obviously, and he ain't leaving the Angels this season, which in my opinion was the stupidest mistake that Anaheim could make. They're not going to make a playoff push. Today was the highest day highest paid day you're going to get
the most for him.
Yeah, exactly. He's having a spectacular season. He's going to be a fucking MVP most likely, and then he's going to possibly go in for a great MVP run and also a deep playoff push with a different team. So if it's up to me, okay, I get you don't want to give him up to the Dodgers, but you could have given him up to anybody else that's willing to pay X amount of money and you rebuild because you're already poisoning Mike Trout's career. Do not do it to another great,
I think
one in a lifetime unicorn that we have with Shohei.
What a lot of people were saying on ESPN and stuff is like the reason that the Angels don't want to get rid of him and two other trades that just happened too recently, and I'll bring those up as well. But talking Shohei is they want to be selfish. They don't want anybody to get him. Like if I can't have him, nobody can have him type of thing. Because obviously we all wanted the Dodgers, or at least the Dodgers fans wanted him. I think that made the most sense in my eyes because the Dodgers would cough up the money and trade everybody, including the manager, to get him. But
get rid of that motherfucker.
But the Angels owner just said, no, we're not going to trade.
We'll trade Chris
one
off
of our
too.
rivals. But speaking of trades to the Angels, you did get two pretty good players from Colorado, Randall Grichuk and C.J. Cron, which C.J. Cron to me is a really good hitter, someone that can hold his own. So those two pickups to the Angels could change potentially, kind of what's going around with the Angels, because maybe the locker room's the issue. We also don't ever talk that much of the locker room. A reason I love the Kike Hernandez trade to the Dodgers is because he brings the energy to the locker room. A lot of people were saying, like, he's not a good hitter like he used to be. Whatever, like, let him
I don't think we got him for that.
Yeah, they got him for the honestly, I think they got him for the locker room because
I heard
everybody
Yeah.
everybody likes him. Mookie won a ring with him. A lot of the core from the 2020 ring they're not there no more, but we still got Mookie there. We still got Kershaw there. And then these players, they go to work every day and they want to have a good time too. So maybe that's the reason he's there. And this could be another reason that the Angels are starting to do these kind of weird, I want to say weird trades like CJ, because he is a good player. And then he can bring a little bit of the energy into the clubhouse, which is what clubhouses need. If it's all work and no play, these guys just get bored and then they don't like the team no more. Francisco Lindor throughout their rain delay. Yeah, I want to bring this up because I like Francisco Lindor from the Mets, but a lot of people are saying that he is a lazy player because throughout the rain delay, everybody was still in the dugout. Well, not in the dugout, in the locker room, talking it up and stuff. And where was he? He was in the weight room sleeping. I get it, it's a rain delay, but he was sleeping. He wasn't spending time with the teammates. I get you got your bag, but you're still part of the Mets organization. Right. And maybe that's another reason, too, why people want to leave. And the Mets aren't a winning organization because you got players like that are, they got their money and that's it. Like they don't want to push for a ring.
It's what's in the heart. What's in the heart. That's
so I just wanted to bring that up real quick.
I mean, they don't have love for the game.
That Francisco thing that I saw about.
Yeah,
exactly.
which I mean,
it's all about money,
it's very important to have in any sport or in anything in life that you do. It's very important to have passion for what you do. It's not just about chasing the bread. You know what I mean? You have to be passionate about what you want. And first of all, for somebody that comes into the league and then you came in from migrant parents and then you've struggled. You came from the bottom and now you made it to the top. Like, you have to love what you do. It's not just a paycheck. These guys are getting paid stupid amount of money to play a sport that we all love, and you gotta be a little bit more appreciative of the opportunity that you have. I did want to bring a little nugget in for the MLB because the top 4 teams that were estimated in the opening day, which are the Padres, the Yankees, the Mets, and the Phillies, are all currently out of the playoff position. The Yankees are they're going to enter August in last place for the first time since 1990. That was a good year, too. 1990 was a great year.
Right?
Yeah.
What happened? What happened in 90?
I don't know. My wife was born.
I don't know.
But yeah, so I wanted to mention that because it's from the beginning of the season, we've always said baseball is such a long season that shit changes left and right. Obviously, power rankings and all that, they change, they fluctuate. Somebody's going to be better than the other. But at the beginning of the season, we just talked about the Mets for a little bit. The Mets were a top-tier team because of that rotation and because of the hitting core that they have. The Padres obviously spent stupid amount of money to be in dead last. Like, I love seeing that, though, because the Padres is one team that I do not like.
At the same time,
for them is
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I don't mean. I'm sorry to cut you off. But with the Padres, like, they spent all this money and everything like that. Have they like blown the ship up, or are they letting this thing ride?
They're letting it ride.
Like the Mets, they got rid of exactly. They spent all this money. You got to give it a chance. You got to give it a chance.
Exactly. See, Mets, you guys need to listen up to Reviewing the Call on Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch. You guys need to listen because you have to give the opportunity to the players, man. Like, these players, you're paying them stupid amount of money to play great. They're gonna get it. They're just maybe they had an off week. Doesn't mean
they got to figure it out. How they play. Yeah.
Because imagine, okay, so hypothetically, right?
They got to get.
If Machado somehow after he left the Dodgers went to the Padres, got paid a crazy amount of money, if let's say he had an off season, you're not going to get rid of him. He's one of the top tier diamond third basemen out there in the league. He's a great hitter, and his attitude shit, but he plays the game very well on defense. And then you have Xander Bogaerts as a shortstop, great defensive shortstop, and you got a great contact hitter. You got to give them opportunity, though. The Mets were just like, I don't like the way he threw that ball today. You're out of here. Like that, you didn't give him a chance. You know what I mean? So, like, you have to give the opportunity to the players to catch up. It's just like Ahmed Rosario going to the Dodgers, and I'm only speaking this because I just saw the highlight. But Ahmed Rosario going to the Dodgers immediately got a double on his first at bat as a Dodger, was already kind of in the swing of things. Doesn't mean that he's going to consistently get doubles. It just means he got a good hit. He made contact. But tomorrow could be a shit day. Their Dodgers aren't going to get rid of him tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like you have to let them.
Can you imagine, bro?
Build.
No, I think they should release him because he didn't hit a home run, bro. I think they should release him.
Yeah. Can you imagine, bro? Like if we're talking about like just jumping ships, how quickly like the Mets did. Can you imagine if the Angels in 2018, when Shohei first came into the league, they were like, you know what, this player just ain't it. They just
that's how it works. It's in a lot of sports.
He didn't have a great season.
It's in a lot of sports, and I see it a lot in the NHL. I guess hockey in general, but in the NHL, you look at some players, they're like, you know what, man, we're just going to get rid of this guy. And the next thing you know, he's talked about being the next Wayne Gretzky or something like that, like within a year or something like that. You know what I mean? Like Buffalo Sabres got rid of Jack Eichel because he wanted this surgery. It was a huge deal. Literally, he left and he won the Cup with Vegas. And you know what I mean? It's literally like you let a cup like MVP go, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said with Ohtani, like if you were just let him go, it's about evaluating talent and working with them, and you have to give it time. If you don't give it time and just say, oh, he's not going to make anything, well, that's just fuel for him to go be better somewhere else.
Exactly.
Hey, can we say Brock Purdy was like that?
Yeah.
What?
I think
you
so.
could. I think you could.
Damn, did the Charlotte Hornets do that to Kobe Bryant too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Man, Carlos, you're smart today, bro.
Absolutely.
I've never heard of Kobe Bryant, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Or have you been under a rock?
You have to give the players the
I
opportunity
will.
to play. You know.
Grow,
go ahead.
man. They gotta grow. If they show up to a different organization, especially like the Mets, you come from Houston. The weather's different over there. The environment's different over there. Different players, different clubhouse. Of course, there's some adjusting to do.
Well, different division. You're playing a different division. There's so many factors that go into it. Obviously now the MLB, they play every team, but it doesn't mean that you're going to consistently play the same teams. So you have to also adjust to like, okay, this guy is a power hitter from the right or whatever. Like however you're adjusting, you have to adjust to the whatever's going on in your organization at the time. Obviously, we all are very aware of allowing more time for a player to grow. So it's just the Mets. They gave up right away. They were just like, fuck it. I don't like it.
I don't like it. What I mean? Send it back. Send it back.
Yeah, send it back. I don't like it. Send it back. Did you guys have anything else on the MLB? I know we still got a bunch of stuff to go through, trade-wise and stuff like that. You guys have anything else on it?
Dude, I could talk all day, but no, I think we can wrap it up there.
Okay, so we're going to go into a little bit of a snippets of the NFL. Carlos, you have a countdown, right? We are how many days away from the NFL now?
We are 37 days away from the NFL. 20 days, I would say about 19 days or 20 days for the preseason to kick off. And I'm pumped up. I'm always pumped up around this time because I know football is around the corner and just a month away. And like I say, I've been watching another just training camp. Everybody looks good. Every team looks fantastic because nobody's getting hit right now. Nobody's getting Everybody looks fucking ready to win a Super Bowl. Everybody.
Whoa, hold on.
But
Before you say that, not everybody. Dak Prescott is looking mid-season form with the interception season going, bro.
I saw that. I saw that.
So I want to.
Less than 10 interceptions. He's just like.
Yeah, I want to mention that he had mentioned in tweet. He had said, he had said you
I
know,
love it. I love
I'm
it,
gonna
though. I
throw.
love it.
I'm not gonna throw more than 10 interceptions this coming year. And already in preseason against his own team, at least he's throwing it to his own team this time around. He has thrown interceptions, and okay, they're not bum rushing him, so he has time to make a right decision. So I just love
Yeah.
seeing. I love seeing the Cowboys struggle already.
Me too.
It's just great.
Me too, bro. Me too. I love
I
it.
won't
I
have
love
10
to see
Hey,
it,
is,
interceptions
bro.
is Felix
year.
is Felix listening?
He's not listening.
Oh, I
right
love
now.
it.
He hasn't. If he is, he's very quiet. I don't know. I don't know if he's in the chat right now.
Fucking
But,
pendejo.
but you know, obviously everybody looks Super Bowl contenders, but the Cowboys because it's it's the Cowboys.
You know
We
what's funny? In the first kind of game or like little like what training camp game that they did, he did throw a pick already, but you know it was deflected. Like the receiver didn't catch it, bounced off him, so no one blamed him. It's like, oh, that's the receiver's fault. Then everybody,
yeah, but
everybody
in a
gave
real
him
game,
the,
they're gonna blame him.
yeah, and everybody gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know what? It's the receiver's fault. It's cool. Then what does he do right after?
He threw another one.
He threw again. He's like, hey guys, I got something for you.
All
I
right,
really
so let
can't
me
wait
ask
till
you
week
guys.
5.
I mean, obviously we have 49er fans and we got Packer fans. Mainly, most of our chat is 49er Packer fans, and then you got your scattered Cowboy fans and Texan fans and stuff. But from our point of view, from the 4 hosts on the show,
The four
do the
hosts,
Cowboys should they have gotten rid of Dak and just started with someone new?
Not after.
Should
Go
Dak isn't because okay, so there's an argument of like people saying that Dak is a top 10 QB in the league consistently every year. I don't see that. So I don't know.
I have something to say, but
I
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Throw my hand.
I beg
Okay,
a
so-
different. I beg a different.
No, not at all. I'm agreeing with what you're
Well,
saying.
I do.
Okay, so people are saying he's a top 10 quarterback in the league. So first off, I like to say, okay, if the Cowboys are playing, I don't hate a team. If the Cowboys are playing great, hey, they're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually they shit the bed at some point. Look at, and I'm a Green Bay fan. Look at Green Bay. All these playoff runs and all that stuff. Rodgers just won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So I get it. I understand. So if the team is good, I respect that. But what I will say about Dak, to go along with what you're saying about being a top 10 quarterback or whatever, when you remember when he went under had his contract negotiations like a year or two ago, I think it was. He wanted this big time money, and it's like, dude, you haven't proven shit.
Exactly.
You haven't won shit.
He had one playoff win.
He wants. Yes, exactly. He wants Drew Brees money. He wants Aaron Rodgers money. He wants Tom Brady money. It's like, dude, you haven't done shit, bro. Like, okay, you're a good quarterback. I get it. But in the playoffs, you haven't done a fucking thing. So, like, how can you – and it was a whole ordeal, and eventually Jerry Jones paid the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is I wanted to say I agree with you. Like, top 10 quarterback, okay, some people say that. But he also argued this contract, and he hasn't done shit. You know what I mean? Like, even when he's healthy and had a great season – still lost in the playoffs. Like,
exactly. Like I don't see how you can be classified as a top 10. Granted, they're talking about like current QBs or whatever. So yeah, there's not a big variety to pick. But I mean, obviously Josh Allen way better. Pat Mahomes, obviously the best one currently, probably ranked 1. Joe Burrow,
Actually,
like
there's a list
shit.
I could pull it up.
Best wishes to Joe Burrow because he got hurt in training camp. But I don't see Dak being a top 10 QB. Shit, Brock Purdy came in, and not because I'm a 49er fan, but Brock Purdy came in and played better than he did. Jalen Hurts is playing better.
He's already got more playoff games won.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
whole career.
you cannot
Exactly.
say you're a top 10 QB consistently, and you can't also want an extended contract when you have one playoff win to your name at that time. There's no way you can do that.
No
because
way.
for one,
the thing is,
bro. I'm not paying.
he got paid. Prescott got his contract.
He got his
the
money,
money he
so-
wanted. Good for him. But
Dumbass
it's like,
Jerry Jones.
yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
You're arguing with a senior citizen.
As of
He
this
didn't take
past
his
month of
vitamins.
July, the top 10 QBs is Patrick Mahomes. This is for per ESPN. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers as 4, Justin Herbert is 5, Jalen Hurts is 6, Lamar Jackson is 7, Trevor Lawrence is 8, Dak Prescott as 9,
No way.
and Matthew Stafford as number 10.
no
Give
way.
me
That is your
11.
top
I didn't even know Stafford was still playing.
Wait.
I don't know. It doesn't show. It only shows top
no
10.
way.
So
11
or 12 might be even better than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing is, and because the NFL is the NFL, and you have to push America's team down everybody's fucking throat, and
Yeah, that's
which
the thing,
they need to
too.
remove that. They need to
Yeah,
remove
yeah.
that title from them too, because America's team hasn't won a playoff. You know what I mean? Victory in so long, so they need to remove that
It's
title
like
away.
95 or some shit.
Yeah. So my thing is though, if the QBs that Chris just mentioned right now are a lot of them are very young talent. Obviously, like they've only been in the league for a very minimal amount of time. Trevor Lawrence is up there, and Dak is ranked 9 over who? Like who the? No way. There's way more better.
That's
like,
why
there's
I
better
wanted.
quarterbacks.
That's why I
made
wanted
the
10.
list?
Yeah, who's 10 and 11?
I can guarantee you, Stephen A. Smith did not make that fucking list. Because if it was Stephen A.,
For sure.
that Dak would have been like 30.
It must have been whatchamacallit. It must have been.
Yeah,
it
he
must have
hates
been
Dak.
It must have been. It must have been whatchamacallit. The other dude.
Yeah, so
The guy that's-
Shannon Sharp.
Nah, Shannon
So-
Sharp's he's a Packer.
No, what's the other one? What's the one that's a big Cowboy fan? What's his name?
Oh, what's his? Yeah.
The one that's a big Cowboy fan on first take.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
anyways.
always- yeah.
You're talking about the
Michael Irving, bro.
Michael Irving,
receiver.
bro. I was about to
Yeah,
say.
Michael
No,
Irving.
no, the other dude. Just the other dude. Hey,
Oh,
Michael
that's what I'm
Irving's a
talking about.
diehard Cowboy for sure.
I was gonna say, of course, Michael Irving's a Cowboy fan. Of course,
Yeah, he's
I
a
know,
Cowboy.
I know.
no shit.
the star.
But yeah, so I was it annoyed me a lot when I saw that top 10 list, because I was like, that's so
Yeah.
stupid. I don't know how
I've
you
done
can
Oh,
that.
Skip
justify
Bayless. Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless, yeah.
So Bayless is
and
a Cowboys fan?
So
Yeah.
he defends them a lot, yeah.
A lot.
So
A lot.
Well, obviously NFL coming up, it's going to be an exciting fucking season. There's, Packers
I can't
fans and
wait.
stuff.
a lot's changed.
A lot has changed. Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, which I was actually talking to Joel about this. Joel's also a Packer fan, but he had sent me that list too, Chris, that you just read off, and he was like, "Damn," he's like, "Aaron Rodgers is still top 10. He's top 5 because they ranked him 4, I think, in that list." And in my opinion, I'm like, it makes sense because he's the veteran quarterback of the league. Because obviously Brady's gone now, so Aaron Rodgers would be that veteran
Yeah.
QB that everybody
Yeah.
looks
And
up
he's
to.
still-
There is that. There is that.
And he's
And
a
he's
good
still doing his
QB.
thing. He's still doing
Exactly.
Aaron
So-
Rodgers' thing. It's just not. He's just
We
not
haven't seen him
winning
with the Jets.
playoff. He's
Well,
not
we have-
winning
well, we haven't even-
championships. He's not.
We haven't
he's
even
not
seen
doing
him
it.
with the Jets, though. That's the thing, Carlos. We haven't seen him play with the Jets yet. So I think that
No.
ranking.
Well, nobody has.
I'm saying
Exactly.
until now. I'm saying until now.
Yeah, and I agree. Like he hasn't had his Super Bowls and all that. He's got one to his name. He obviously owned Dallas for a very long period of time while playing for Green Bay. So I'm sure Cowboy fans are probably excited that he's gone for a bit.
Still does.
And he still owns them. So
He still does because they haven't.
because they never beat him. So, but my thing is like seeing him there. He is the vet.
Exactly.
Obviously, Brady is gone. So Brady is no longer in the league. So he's not the vet anymore. Aaron Rodgers is the vet of the QBs now. But this is a
are the
young
vets now, huh?
this is a young game now because Pat Mahomes is carrying the load as the top
He's
three
a vet too
QB.
now. Huh, I guess you
Now
could
he's
say.
a vet, but can he repeat is the big question. Can he repeat? Are they going to repeat again? So, but that's like way too much pressure, bro. He just came off a Super Bowl. Like,
Hell no.
not everybody repeats. You know what I mean?
Honestly-
So, like,
Honestly speaking,
Yeah.
if Patrick Mahomes right now like just had a horrible season, he would still be one of the all-time like QBs that you could choose because he's an all-around
Yeah.
player. He can run
Already.
it. He can throw.
Yeah, yep.
And he has 2 Super Bowls under him, 3 Super Bowl appearances.
And he'll play
Yeah.
with one leg.
Yeah, so I mean, like
He's shown that.
you talk all you want, like the
And the
KC
Super Bowl.
haters, but bro, Patrick Mahomes is him.
Yeah, he's him.
He is that guy.
Facts.
He's it.
so me seeing him as number 1, it doesn't surprise me, and I don't frown upon that
No.
because he is
That
that
one
guy.
is correct.
He
Yeah, no.
That one
that's
is
all that
correct.
matters.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
the rest of the list is ass.
I
but
agree.
that one is
Yeah.
correct. But yeah. So I don't know. We got obviously NFL's coming up, so we are all very excited. I'm looking forward to like what the Niners are going to do with the QB situation, how that's going to go into effect. Obviously, our
Purdy, baby.
defense.
Are
Nick
you looking,
Bosa-
Misa?
Nick
Misa,
Bosa needs to step
are you
up
looking
and
forward to
find-
the Texans or no?
I'm also looking forward to the Texans because I am looking forward to seeing how the new coach does over there because he's coming from the 49ers. So I'm excited to
Who's
see
their
what he's going to be
quarterback?
able to do.
Right
Well,
now, quarterback
go.
position is in the air. It's in the air for Davis Mills or C.J. Stroud, which is their pickup for this season.
Oh, no.
And
That was their
everybody
first
is
pick,
saying
right?
C.J. Stroud, obviously. Yeah, Yeah, CJ or second pick technically.
Yeah, it's not gonna look good.
But yeah, CJ Stroud is probably going to be that guy. Apparently, he looks really good. One of my coworkers was actually at training camp. Was at training camp this past Friday, and obviously, like Carlos said, they all look like Super Bowl contenders. So, but
I mean,
only time will tell. But yeah, those are the two quarterbacks that are doing it, and I really do hope D'Amico Ryans has a great first season as head coach. Honestly,
I think he will
because
I think he will.
He's a Texans guy.
I'm rooting for him, but I don't know about the team. So I'm rooting for him though.
Yeah. You know me. I'll defend the Texans as much as I can. So
yeah, but I mean,
the fans will back him. The fans will back D'Amico Ryans. He's a Texan, so they'll back him.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what everybody's going to do with obviously the Packers coming into a new era of QBs and seeing how they're going to be able to step up and see what they're going to do, and maybe a rebuild for a little bit. But I feel like you can never count the Packers out as an organization. They do the right moves when they need to.
I will say the Packers, they've always built their team through the draft, not necessarily like trading for big players, which they do trade for players, every team does, but their big hits have been through the draft. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, all these players. So real quick, because I'm the Packer guy on here, coming into this season, and Carlos, you were saying right before we started, like you were going to ask me about the Packers, I think the Packers are not... I don't think struggle is the right word because they had a bad season last season. I think they're not going to be the normal Packers for the next year or two. And if you look at when Aaron Rodgers took over for Brett Favre, the Packers didn't look good for a couple of years, and all of a sudden it took off. You know what I mean? And then they playoff every year, won the North every year.
You got to trust them.
I think, and the Packers do a good job of the play. Okay, so and it's going to be long-winded, but when Aaron Rodgers came in, blah blah blah. They took quarterbacks, signed quarterbacks, traded quarterbacks, all that stuff, but you had your main guy. That's still going to happen, and they believe in Love just like they believed in Brett Favre, and he was the quarterback for 15, 16 years, and they believed in Aaron Rodgers, went from Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now. I think it's going to be the same thing. So I think the next year or two, not that they're going to be terrible. I could be wrong, but not that they're going to be terrible. I think they're going to be, may not make the playoffs the next year or two, but then as things start to click, because they build their team through the draft, they always have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
History shows.
I have a question for you. What do you think?
What do I think of Jordan Love?
No, what do you think the record's going to be this season?
I think they missed the playoffs. Well, actually, let me. I think they missed the
500. Above 500.
I'd say above 500 and not make the playoffs. The only thing is that I'm thinking in the back of my head is the division because Detroit sucks, the Bears suck. Well, everybody's made moves. You know what I mean?
Detroit wasn't that bad as ending at last season.
It's Detroit. It's Detroit though. Keep in mind, it is Detroit. Detroit's been Detroit forever.
Because Colin Cowherd is saying that you guys are not even going to get 5 wins this season.
I've never heard of that guy, so I don't know. I think they'll be over 500, and I think either we miss the playoffs or I think we squeeze in as like a wild card. But I guess a better way to put it, over 500, and if we miss the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised. The next season or two, I think it'd be better.
Just to continue on the Packer thing.
Good luck, bro.
Because you said about Detroit being Detroit, and you don't think they'll do anything. Well, they had a better record than y'all last season, and a better.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
So you're still knocking them even if they had a decent season,
right?
So Detroit being Detroit, I'm not saying they're never going to do anything ever. I mean, next season they could win the Super Bowl. It's definitely possible. Yeah. But they had a better record than the Packers last season, and what happened? What did they do?
Okay.
Well, exactly. Silence. You know what I mean? So, and at the same time, look at the year before. They've never won a Super Bowl. Look at all the talent that's gone through there, and they've done nothing. Barry Sanders, Megatron.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
It's Detroit. Just like Chicago, they were good in '85. Other than that, they haven't done shit.
Yep.
No.
Vikings never won a Super Bowl.
I'm just going based off
Dante Culpepper, Adrian Peterson. The NFC North, the Packers are the only team that's ever done really anything.
Remotely anything close.
The other teams, they haven't done shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like next year, maybe Detroit wins the Super Bowl. Maybe, I don't know. But the confidence is coming from decades of like the NFC North being ran by the Packers, whether they're good or bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand. I got you. I just wanted to see because you immediately shut down the argument of the Lions doing anything. So you were like,
Right.
I know, me too.
Yeah, I got you.
I kind of was like, whoa, all right.
No, I got you.
No,
Every team
only-
could be on the upswing. I get it. But
No, only because I mentioned it because the way they ended the last season.
yeah. Yep.
They ended pretty strong. I was like, okay, they
No, they did. They did.
They made
And,
a
and
good-
if I remember right, they beat Green Bay both games they played each other. If
Yeah.
I remember right, Green Bay had a
Yeah, I
bad
think so,
season
too.
last season. So and Green Bay still made the playoffs and
That's
and,
with
and
Aaron
they went,
Rodgers.
or they went to the end and yeah, it just didn't work. So that's why I say just since I've been born, basically Green Bay's run the NFC North, and that's why I say like it's Detroit, but it's still Detroit. Like
no,
you never know.
I
but-
get it.
Now, just to kind of continue the NFL thing, this is a question for all you guys. What is the kind of the most difficult division in your opinion? You got your NFC side and your AFC side. Honestly speaking, what is the most difficult division to be kind of that top dog in there? In your
Currently,
opinion? Yeah, currently speaking.
like today, like since Tom Brady left the Patriots, you're talking about today.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
What do you think? So in the NFC West, you got the 49ers, you got the Seahawks, you got the Rams, you got the Cardinals. What do you think? Is that a difficult division
that's
to be?
the West. Not
Yeah,
right
I
now.
wouldn't say anything there.
Big.
No?
I think what would be the Niners and Seattle? 'Cause
Okay, I would agree. I would agree with you. Niners and
I don't
Seattle
think
would be kinda
the Cardinals are gonna do anything in the Rams. I don't think they're gonna do anything.
Yeah, the Cardinals came up and fell right off. I feel
Yeah.
like.
they're
They came up and
terrible.
fell right
Right
down.
there.
Yeah.
And then you got
And-
you got the
but
NFC South. You got the Bucks, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Falcons. Honestly speaking, I think that's the Bucks division there.
It was
Well, they
when-
had
when
Brady,
Brady
last
was
season.
there.
This
I was
season,
gonna say we don't know. Though.
Yeah, we don't know this season. Yeah.
Well, and also the Saints got Carr too, so we don't know what
Yeah.
they're gonna do.
Yeah. So what do you
I
think?
don't
That's a pretty
That's an easy division.
kind of mediocre division to be in.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
mediocre. Yeah.
NFC North. We just talked
Uh-huh.
about it. Who do you think? Packers, Lions, Vikings, or Bears
That's a Packer division.
this season?
What?
coming
Yeah.
up?
Now
What do you think?
That's a tough.
The-
now
the-
that's a
now-
tough division.
I think the Vikings.
Now I'd give it to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the
maybe
Vikings.
Minnesota,
Vikings
And
and
then
Packers
Detroit.
number 2.
and then Detroit
Oh, you got
after them.
Detroit too.
I think it depends on what Jordan Love does.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, absolutely, 100%.
he's gonna prove.
And
He's gonna prove something.
so don't. At the same time, obviously Aaron Rodgers is a massive piece, right?
Yeah.
There's some of the receiving core that left as well, which
Yeah.
Jordan Love didn't get to play with them though. So what he's inheriting at this point, Aaron Jones is still the running back, all that stuff. He's established. That's good.
Yeah.
Hand the ball off. He's solid. As for receivers, if I remember right, Aaron Lazard, I think he left. There's a couple of receivers that left that were Aaron Rodgers' targets, but Jordan Love didn't get to play, so he didn't get to target them. So he's kind of inheriting a team. That's why I'm saying, like, I think in the next year or so, I don't expect much, but it'll be a building year.
Okay. NFC East: Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders.
Yeah,
Commanders are trash.
that's Eagles
The
country.
Cowboys, Eagles, Giants. Yeah, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants it's always a game. So
Who do you think
Yeah,
takes
that might be the that might be a
That's-
more-
I think that's the Eagles. The
I'd say
Eagles,
the Eagles.
the Eagles even
I think the
upgraded
Eagles.
this offseason.
they've had better success than and the Giants are on the upswing.
yeah
with
the
Daniel
Giants
Jones
are
and all
too.
that.
The
They
Giants
had a
are
good
up
year.
the upswing too. So
But I feel like
and-
the Eagles are better.
and the Cowgirls, they'll always be there.
just NFC talk. I think the two big dogs there is going to be the or three big dogs is going to be the Eagles, the Niners, and then the Vikings. I'm kind of
Yeah.
counting out the NFC South. To me, is not one of those. I don't think they'll make a big run. Those are my top 3 teams in the NFC. What about y'all?
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
the
agree with
Chiefs
those.
will win their division, right?
Yeah, the Chiefs win the AFC.
Wait, the who?
I don't agree with the
Chiefs?
Vikings in a sense of like
The
a top
Chiefs,
3,
right? The Chiefs will
but
win. But because what's the
That's
Chiefs
AFC.
division?
AFC
Chiefs
West.
That's AFC.
That's AFC. That's why
That's-
I'm all confused. Why you chose the Chiefs?
No, because we agreed with you on your NFC.
said that's
so
your top.
yeah, so he's
Oh,
saying
yeah,
that on
that's
the
what I'm
AFC
asking.
side,
So what
they
did y'all
take
think?
the AFC. No, I agree with you. I think that it
Gotcha.
will
Right,
be.
yeah,
I
that's
think
what
it's
saying.
I think it's
Yeah, I agree
Philly,
with
San
you,
Fran,
Chris,
and Minnesota are the top 3 contenders in that division.
Right. Yeah, I
but
agree with
obviously
So
early
moving
on,
to the
right?
AFC West. Yeah. No, this is just because to fill in the space, and obviously NFL's coming up, and that's gonna be a big thing for us. So in the AFC West, I think that goes to Chiefs automatically, right? You got the Chargers up there.
Yeah.
I don't think so. AFC
Chargers
South,
are looking good, but I mean it's the Chiefs, man. Like it's the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
AFC
that's the
South, you got
Chiefs.
the Jaguars, the Titans, Colts, and the Texans.
That's Jaguars.
Oh.
I think a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I say the Jags.
Just throw them all in a dumpster.
I say the Jags
the
take
Jags.
that division, but that is an ass division.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it's
AFC North,
Yeah. Shit.
Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, and the Browns.
I'm gonna say Ravens only because if I remember right, I could be wrong. Maybe I've been living under a rock, but they re-signed Lamar Jackson, correct?
Yes, and Joe
Okay,
Burrow's
so
injured.
I would say Ravens then.
And Joe Burrow's
sure.
injured for
Like,
a
for
couple weeks. So
Well,
with that being
but they
said, I
say
think you're right.
Pittsburgh's
Bro.
been struggling.
But they're saying he's going to be
Pittsburgh's
back.
been struggling.
He's going to be back week 1. He'll
Who?
be back.
Joe Burrow, I thought he was out
Yeah.
for like 2 or 3 games in the regular season, from what I read.
Really, I thought
Right.
it was just weeks from now. So he's still got definitely a
okay.
couple of weeks before the season
Yeah,
starts.
yeah. Then you'd be right there. My bad. Okay.
I'd
Yeah,
still,
he'd be right there.
I'd still take Baltimore just because Lamar Jackson's a play.
Really?
maker.
Over Cincinnati?
Yeah.
With
No
Joe
way.
Burrow not 100% because you think he'll be 100%, or do you think
Well,
he'll be kind of limping?
We're
Still?
going to put some
At the
wages.
same
We're
time,
gonna
this is
put some wages on this.
is
though.
week 1.
Yeah,
This is week 1. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, even if Joe Burrow comes in hurt, it's 18 games or something like that. It's still a long season.
a long season for him to come back to his former self.
Right. If he sucks the first 4 games and the team's not doing well, there's still time to make it up.
Yeah. Okay, and the
Especially with the go ahead.
the last one is the AFC East. You got the Bills, the Dolphins, Patriots, and the Jets.
Bills.
You don't think Aaron Rodgers will do anything?
I
Yeah.
know. I don't know what to say. Like, he's not going to do nothing,
Well,
you think?
I didn't say Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to do anything, but as a team, the Bills have been set up
More
for a few years
established,
now.
is
They've
what
been
you're
doing absolutely. So now the Jets are learning. Don't get me wrong. Maybe the Jets take off. Aaron Rodgers is obviously a good quarterback, but at the same time, the Bills are established. They've been
Yeah.
playoff runs the last several seasons. Rodgers is going to the Jets.
Whole
New
new
team,
system,
new players, new everything. And for the players that have been there, they're receiving him, so they got to figure it out. And
Yeah.
coaching, everything's different.
Facts.
Well, except for one coach. One of the Green Bay coaches, I can't
He's
remember,
over
in
there,
2019, when Rodgers won the second MVP in a row or whatever, he went over to the Jets. So that may be a huge key, possibly, because he knows how to work with Rodgers and all that shit. But I'm saying Bills strictly because they've been good for 3 seasons, making playoff runs, and they've worked together for 3 seasons. They know what they're doing. So I feel like the Bills are going to take that.
Okay, and that's
Smart
pretty
bet,
much
I
the
think.
whole league right there. I think it's gonna be a fun NFL season, TBH. Hoping for healthy games because last season, man, there was too many concussions happening, too many injuries, especially towards the end.
But yeah, unfortunately, but that's
Yeah, it's just
football.
it's the name of the sport, you know.
Yes,
but,
yes.
Either way, you still want to have healthy players.
Oh no.
I personally, I don't know about you guys, but I personally do not like seeing a quarterback go down. In
Well,
that
anybody
sense
at
of
that,
not getting up,
anybody,
or
really.
what happened to DeMar Hamlin and all that stuff. So I just hope it's a good season, an exciting.
He suited
season.
up. He's got pads on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, which is also crazy news.
While we're recording, Framber Valdez from the Astros just threw his first career no-hitter.
What?
Oh wow,
That is insane.
Yep.
that's
So,
awesome.
It's pretty crazy.
Do they have a picture up or something already so I can put that up?
Probably.
Oh, I got you. Here, let me put that up real quick, bro.
A no-hitter would be 9 innings, right?
Yep.
No hits.
There you go.
Probably
Well,
walk
there you go.
somebody or drop ball or error or something like that. But 93 pitches. No hits the Guardians.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Shit.
Hey, we were just talking about him too, how crucial he is to the Astros organization. So
Welcome back, Verlander.
yeah. He's like,
Hey,
we don't
but
we don't need you.
at the same time, if he's pitching like this, like you said, you brought him up earlier. If he's pitching like this, maybe this is the guy in a sense, and the Astros are saying, "Hey, we got a vet to back up." You know what I mean? Maybe he's not. Maybe Verlander's not going to start every game or whatever. Like put him in a little bit later, that kind of thing. The vet.
Oh yeah, he could be like no, I doubt it. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be starting, but
Well,
Yeah, good
right.
for- good
I
for
know. I'm
them,
just
though.
saying, like take a back seat to it. You know what I mean? Because they got a new guy or a newer guy here, a younger guy. Like
someone that's killing it in the league right now.
right.
Yeah, welcome to Reviewing the Call Trivia, hosted by me.
Hey.
We have three amazing competitors today. We are going to be testing out their knowledge, and we're going to see who has the most points at the end of the night. The winner
lose this one.
gets a spectacular
Let's do it.
reward. They are allowed to come back for next week's episode. So the
getting
first
fired,
question. Yeah. So the first question. Here we go. Out of these three players,
Is it
who
like who
has?
raises their hand first, bro? Sorry.
Yeah, I guess pretty much because it's like lagging on my end. So you guys are responding a little bit later than me. So I'm gonna keep an eye on you guys. So out of these three
All right.
players, who has? You can't Google. No Googling. Nothing.
Okay.
Who has the most NFL receiving yards? A. Marvin Harrison. B. Reggie Wayne. C. Andre Johnson. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I thought there's not a D. I thought there was an
No, it's a
ABCD.
C.
Say it again. Say the multiple choice again.
Oh, God. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, or C.
Yeah, Marvin
Andre
Harrison.
Johnson.
That's what I'm going with. Marvin Harrison.
Hey.
Marvin Harrison.
Hey.
Okay. Chris, you got that wrong.
Dude, I
Both
have
of the
no, I have
boys.
no answer. I'll be honest. Yeah.
Both of the boys got
Well,
got
I
it
didn't, I
correct.
didn't
It
even give my
is.
answer.
Oh, you said B.
Chris never responded.
I heard you say B. My bad.
No,
Yeah,
I was
that's what I
saying
heard, too.
you said the name and I was like, A, so everybody knows
Oh,
what A
I got
was,
you.
what
I heard
B
you say
was,
B,
what
so I
C
thought that was your answer.
Well,
you
no,
already
he
said
said
the
yeah,
answer.
but
Well,
You already said the
well,
answer. We're good.
Carlos got it right though because he got it first. So it was Marvin Harrison is the
Okay.
answer with 14,580. All right. Question number 2. People in the chat, type your answers. Listen up. Question number 2. Who has the most NFL receiving touchdown? Is it A, Larry Fitzgerald, B, Antonio Gates, or C, Tony Gonzalez?
Tony
Larry
Gonzalez.
Fitzgerald.
Gonzalez.
Larry
I'm
Fitzgerald.
gonna go Tony Gonzalez.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Domo, you got your answer?
yeah, I answered first. I said Tony Gonzalez.
Okay. Carlos has 10 points now because it was Larry Fitzgerald with 121. Tony Gonzalez has 111. Antonio Gates has 116.
No shit.
I watched
Yep.
that game when he caught it.
Damn, Tony Gonzalez was last place on the list.
All
Still
right.
good though.
And he's a
Here
tight
we
end.
go.
Yeah.
Third
Crazy.
question. So, Carlos, you have 10 points right now, bro. Domo has
Let's
5.
go.
Chris has 0.
I
So-
answered Tony Gonzalez.
That was wrong.
That was wrong.
But it was wrong.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, the first question me and Carlos got right.
I got you. I got you. My bad.
All right. So, question number
The
3.
third one. Third question.
Who has, out of these 3 players, it's just 3, who has the most MLB home runs? Is it A, Lou Gehrig,
Oh shit.
B, Miguel Cabrera, he's still active, or C, Gary Sheffield?
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Garrett.
I don't even know.
I
Okay.
said Lou Garrett.
Quit.
Okay. All of you guys are wrong.
Pass.
It's
It is actually Gary Sheffield with 509, but Miggy
What?
is active currently with 508, so he's about to tie Sheffield.
Okay, I feel like the people in the chat are looking all these things up because there's no way that you just know these things.
Why are you
All
looking?
right.
You shouldn't be looking. They're putting the answers there.
Because I'm in charge of the producing, bro. I gotta have it open.
Put
I'll
your
close
paper.
it.
Put your paper.
I'll close it
put your
for all
paper-
this.
Put a piece of paper there.
I got
All
you.
right,
I
so
close it,
Carlos
I
is
close
still winning currently.
Let's go.
All right, so the next question. Who has the most rushing touchdowns out of these 3 players? Is it A, Jerome Bettis, B, Sean Alexander, or C, Barry Sanders?
Barry Sanders.
Alexander.
it. Dude, I
Chris?
have no answer. I'll be honest with you.
Oh,
No, I
God,
have no
again. Just
answer.
take
I
a
lost
guess.
that
It's a
one again.
test. ABC.
B.
Just take Jerome. Okay, never mind.
All right, well, Domo got the points on it anyways. He guessed it first, and he guessed it correct, which was Sean Alexander. He has 100. Barry Sanders has 99.
I was only saying Jerome Bettis because I took B, he took C.
Damn, for
Yeah.
some reason I was gonna go with that fool. He picked
Yeah,
for
so-
the Seattle Seahawks, huh?
Yeah, so it was pretty close, but so Domo has points on it, so he is in second place. Carlos, you're still in first with 10. Domo has 5. He guessed it correctly first. All right. Next question.
I have 10.
He
I
has
have
10. He has 10.
Oh, yeah, you have 10 because you got the
We're
first one
tied for
correct.
first
Yeah,
place.
tied for first. All right.
Yeah.
Next question. Which NFL team has had the most head coaches? There's no multiple choice. You just have to say a team. Which NFL team has had the most head coaches in NFL history?
Detroit.
Cleveland.
Texans.
Cleveland's quarterbacks. They have the most quarterbacks. God damn it.
All right. Final answers? That's it?
I'm going to go Texans.
Okay. None of you guys got it right. It is actually Arizona. They've had 42. The closest to them
Really?
is the Bills
God
with
damn.
20. So nobody's even in the 30s.
42?
Arizona's in 42. Yeah.
Damn.
So
Dude,
I got it wrong with
they
Cleveland.
switched
They have the
quarterbacks
most
more than
quarterbacks.
they switched their calzones, bro. That's crazy.
yeah. All right. So this one is a little bit more recent. It's from last year. It's a stat from
Okay.
last year. We're still tied for first with 2. Chris, you have 4 questions left to get some points on the board, my guy. So you better get it together. All right. So
Just
number
wait till I do the questions.
yeah. Question is, which team scored the least last year in the NFL? Was it A, the Texans,
Oh.
B, the Colts, or C, the Broncos?
Oh,
God.
the Broncos.
I'm going to say Texans. That's tough because those teams suck.
Broncos.
Can you repeat the question again, sir?
Is it which team scored the least last year? A, the Texans, B, the Colts, or C, the Broncos?
I'm going to go with the Texans.
Okay. So we had 2 Texans and we had 1 Bronco, right? Yeah, it was the Broncos. The Broncos scored 287. The Texans and the Colts both tied with 289. So, Carlos, I think you chose the Broncos. You are now in the lead again, my guy.
Yep.
15.
15. Let's go.
All right. So, this one and next is
question we're at?
also from last season. It's going to be which receiver caught more touchdowns last year? Was it A, Travis Kelce, B, Stephon Diggs, or C, Devontae Adams?
Kelsey.
I'm going to go A.
Devontae Adams. No. Yeah. Fuck it.
No, don't. Okay.
All right.
I
Well,
was going to say, don't take Devontae.
you should have. Yeah, luckily you didn't because Devontae Adams did have the most. Last season he had 14, Kelsey had 12, and Stephon Diggs had 11.
Should've-
What?
Yeah.
Let's
receiving
go.
No
touchdowns.
way.
I know. When I saw the stat
go.
too,
I
I
give
was
up
like,
on
"What
this
the?"
game. I don't like this game.
What?
Hold on, I got the
That's
last.
unbelievable. I can't believe that.
The last question, Chris, is going to
I
be
don't
like
worth
this. No way.
1 million points. The lightning round.
Oh, hell no.
It's going to be something stupid, bro.
Can't.
yeah.
I worked
All right.
myself up to this.
So,
championship
all right.
round,
What
bro.
color are my calzones today?
No
All right,
tries,
so this one is also from last year, but it's MLB related. It's going to be which MLB player had more stolen bases last year? Was it A, Tommy Edman, B, Randy Arozarena, or C, Cedric Mullins?
B. Randy or
Rosarena.
I said it first. Suck it.
Domo?
So what? We can still have the same answer. Fool.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, but it's worth 1 million points, though.
No, not this
$1
one's
million
not worth
points.
$1 million. This isn't the last one. The last one.
Nah,
You said it's worth 1 million points.
Okay, it's worth $1
hell
million.
no. That's
Fuck
bullshit.
it.
That's bullshit.
Go ahead, Domo. What's your answer?
B.
We all got 1 million points. I'm still losing.
Yeah, but Carlos is still ahead, though.
I still
That's the
won.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, none of you guys were right though. It was Cedric Mullins. He had 34.
I won.
What did Rosarena have? It had
32.
to be close.
32. Him and Tommy Edman tied with 32. All right. Second to last question. Which MLB team has the most home runs this season currently? This is as of today
The
in
Angels.
the morning. As of today in the morning, is it going to be A, the Los Angeles Dodgers, B, the Los Angeles the Los Angeles Angels, I'm sorry, C, the Braves, or D, the Rays?
Hold up. I want to rethink my answer because I actually think it's the.
I'm going to say Angels.
Okay.
Hold up.
I'm gonna say the Rays.
Okay.
We're gonna have different answers. I'm gonna go Braves.
Raise them good.
Final answers?
Braves.
Final answers?
Yeah, I got my final answer.
All right.
Yep.
Chris got the
Angels.
points right there. It was the Braves with 200.
Thank God.
The second place is the Dodgers with 168. So they are pretty high up there.
Oh, nice.
All right. And this one is worth
Nobody cares.
$1 billion. Not dollars.
I won
Points.
already.
Oh, yeah.
Domo said nobody cares.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
nobody
one
cares.
is worth $1 billion. Which MLB
Hater.
team scored the least last year? Was it A?
Scored what?
Scored the least.
Wait, no one heard you. MLB?
Yeah.
Yeah, which? Wait, why
Why
are
are
you
you
typing?
googling it? Yeah, why are you
Yeah,
typing?
put your hands up to the camera. Don't type
Hands
shit.
up.
Why you
This
This
is
is right here, bro.
This is worth $1 billion.
All of a sudden,
So,
your hands start to
which
move.
MLB team scored
been
the
here the whole
least last year? Was it A, the Oakland A's, B, the Miami Marlins, C, the Pirates, or D, the Tigers? Scored the least
You know what?
Oakland
last
A's.
year.
I'm gonna go B.
I'm going to go A. And I'm going to win the whole
Don't-
fucking thing.
Carlos, it's on you.
I'm gonna go B. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Detroit. The Tigers.
Carlos won. He got it. Worth 1 billion points. It was the Tigers. And that was worth $1 billion with a B.
Yeah, baby.
That's bullshit. It's all the fucking it's all the fucking baseball shit. Okay? You can't put those questions in here. I don't watch a ton of baseball.
Oh man!
But
So
Carlos,
that
Carlos
was
got all those by luck, bro. You don't
At the
think
same-
Carlos
at the
didn't
same
know
time-
those?
But hold on.
I knew most of them.
But- Hold on. Carlos has been watching baseball longer than all of us. Okay? So that's not fucking fair.
Carlos was there opening day for Babe Ruth's opening day, bro.
yeah, bro. He was there when
Yep.
the Titanic sunk.
They were pitching
R.I.P.
rocks. They were pitching rocks.
Throwing rocks at each other.
They were pitching rocks, bro.
So that was
They were catching barehanded.
that was reviewing the call trivia, reviewing the call, whatever you want to call it. That was our trivia
Good
game
game,
for
good
today.
game. That was fun.
We'll
That
come
was
up
fun.
with another 10 questionnaire. But Chris, before we go into our top three, which our top three for today is a little bit more sports related. Carlos picked this one. It's actually top 3 defensive players in your opinion. Your favorite players of all time in your opinion.
all
Defensive
time.
position. But before we go to that, Chris, can you pull up the slides for the fans? We have put a poll up on our Instagram, which you should follow. It's called Reviewing the Call. It's our Instagram. Follow. We actually are revamping our logo again because Domo is staying with us moving forward. So our current logo has only 3 of us. So we've actually updated our logo again. If you guys look at the screen, this is one of our choices that we have. We updated it. Obviously, still keeping the neon green with the microphone and our name on it. This one has the sports balls around it, which obviously emphasizes that we're a sports podcast. But it does have some different looks than the next 2. In my opinion, this one's a lot more vibrant.
So this is option number 1. Sorry.
Yeah, option 1.
Option number 2. Sorry, it has to be done one by one.
No, you're good.
Option number 2 is this one. Y'all see that or no?
Yeah, which is a
Yeah.
little dimmer than the last one.
And option number 3 is this one. There you go. That's number 3.
And
Toma.
yeah, this is option number 3. So we wanted our supporters to actually pick it because we obviously picked our last one when it was just us 3. But as we're growing, we want you guys to be a part of this decision. So it is on our Instagram. You can vote. We've already had some votes already coming in. We're going to make a
Follow us
decision
on
by
Instagram.
probably tomorrow. Yeah, and make our official decision on updating our logo moving forward. This will
Thanks,
be the logo
everybody.
that we'll
Thanks,
have
everybody.
on our cups, our shirts, our stickers, all that stuff that we're going to be growing with as we get bigger. Hopefully.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it tattooed on my lower back.
They're going to be like, review what?
Go for it. Review the whole.
Yeah, review the whole. Oh man! So that's gonna be one of those 3 is our logo. We're gonna tally up the votes and all that stuff and see which one is the better one. So Now, for our top three, Carlos, you picked it. It's top three defensive players, favorite position players on the defense side. Carlos, you go first, bro. Start it off.
Man, this is a tough one for me because I love defense. So I'm gonna go with my third one. Ah, man, I think I'm gonna go with Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was crazy, the safety. He was sick, just like the other Pittsburgh Steelers, Troy Polamalu, but he's not on my list. But he is he is on my top though.
He's up there, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Number 2 is gonna be Bruce Smith from the Buffalo Bills. He was killer, and that sucked that they lost 4 Super Bowls. But just imagine if they won.
Yeah.
Just imagine if they would have won, though. They would have been the most dominant team ever in NFL history. But he was killer in that also in sacks, and he did so many things. And also the NFL was a different sport back then too, and so he was a beast. You better get out the way when he came. But my number one, and it might be you guys be number one, is Lawrence Taylor. Hands down, one of the best. This guy will play with broken hands, fingers, legs, anything. Like I said, the NFL was a different sport then than what it is now. This guy was an unstoppable. So that's my top 3. But I got plenty of honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can go next, I guess, just to knock mine out, and then because
cool.
I know my upload's kind of laggy. So my top 3 is actually gonna go, which is a little bit weird, but I'm gonna go number 3 is Brian Urlacher, linebacker for the Bears. Growing up, just
You have one of
with
his
that,
jerseys, don't you?
Yeah, with that I used to. Yeah, with that neck roll that he had on his jersey kit was intimidating to see on the field. My number 2 is gonna go Brian Dawkins from the Eagles. That boy was a menace out there, so he's definitely top fave for me. And then my number 1 is actually going to be Ray Lewis from the Ravens, number 52. Iconic player, iconic intro, iconic jersey, everything about him. But I do have some honorable mentions as well.
I'll go next.
Those are my 3.
I'll go next. My number 3, just because I saw him play, he's an old Texan, but unfortunately went to the Cardinals for a little bit, is J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt.
Yeah, just all-time, just defensive end that I've had the honor of seeing live as well.
Right.
He's just great all-around player. My number 2 is actually Ed Reed, but specifically Ed Reed whenever he's with the Ravens.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Super Bowl champion. He did go to the Texans for a bit too, but he was already, in his pretty much on his way out already. And then I think at the end he went to the Jets in 2013 or something like that, and then that's where he ended his career off.
Where players
Ed Reed
go
is my
to
number
die.
2. And a 9-time Pro Bowl.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah. And then my number 1 is the same as Misa, which is Ray Lewis, also Ravens. His whole celebration, it's iconic. Even people from different sports use the celebration. And he's all around. He's one of the most feared linebackers ever. And he's, I'd never got to see him like face to face, thank God. But I was able to see him through the TV. Can you imagine him running at you, bro?
He stabbed somebody and got away with it too, right?
Hey, before we get to Domo's picks, him and Derrick Henry running at each other. Who's winning?
Ray Lewis. Is
Derrick Henry.
No,
Derrick, man, I don't know.
No, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's bulldoze. He's a bulldozer.
I think
in their prime. Ray Lewis in his prime.
Ooh, yeah,
absolutely. See? Yeah. No. I still say Derrick Henry. I will say, what about Eddie Lacy and who were just what's his name? The Ravens. Sorry,
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. I keep thinking Ed Reed.
Yeah.
So Ray Lewis coming running straight into Eddie Lacy.
Are we talking?
Eddie Lacy is a bowling ball.
Are we talking cheeseburger
with the
Eddie
Packers?
Lacy?
Yeah, he was even bigger and heavier.
I don't know, man. That's a hard one too because I feel like Eddie Lacy is what kind of laid the pavement down for a person like Derrick Henry to come into the league and be as dominant.
Actually,
absolutely.
That's
what I'm saying.
Eddie Lacy was
if he made it across the line of scrimmage with his head down,
Yeah, he's
You're.
going
It's a
through.
bowling ball. It's a bowling ball.
It's just
Now, what
yeah,
do
and
you
the
think?
Marshawn Lynch era. Like I
That's
don't
what I
know,
was
dude,
gonna
that's
say.
tough.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch is another player too, which if they're running at each other, I think that's a fair game. I couldn't
It's a
say who's
head-on
going to win it.
collision.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have to.
I'd say more Marshawn Lynch with Ray Lewis. I would think that'd be a better matchup.
Hey, Chris. Also, I want to say when we were talking about having energy in the locker room.
Oh.
Ray Lewis brought that shit every goddamn time to the locker room.
for
He was
sure,
the
for
main
sure.
voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was the main voice
absolutely.
in the locker room.
He was a
in
leader,
the
bro.
huddle, everywhere,
Everywhere.
bro. So
Yeah.
that also made him special.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Domo, with yours, bro.
Domo, go ahead.
Okay, I'll make mine quick. To go along with Chris, number 3, J.J. Watt. Because I got to see it live, and I remember the pick six. I think 2 pick sixes in both first rounds against Cincinnati. Crowd exploded when threw the ball. Boom, got it, ran it back. Number 2, Troy Polamalu, because he's so explosive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, watching him, seeing it live, all the times he jumped over the line with a snap perfectly in time, and just landed on the quarterback. Like,
so good
boom,
as
well.
oh my god, he was all over the field, like a wide open receiver on the sideline. And all of a sudden, Polamalu, bam, out of nowhere.
Are you
Like,
here? Are you see
Yeah.
his hair flying?
Yeah. He that's what I'm saying. Just electric players.
It's like I think
and then
that's how Misa fell when he fell. Are you see his hair flying?
My hair wasn't this long. It was a lot.
he
It
was,
wasn't long, it
He
was
was like that. He was like this, like
He was going
was a lot
down.
shorter back then.
yeah. Puta. And then and then number 1, not just because he was a Packer at one point, but just as his career, the Minister of Defense, Reggie White. Reggie White.
He was my honor.
Most
mention,
of his
bro.
stuff. Most of his stuff was with Philadelphia,
Yeah.
and man, that guy was ruthless.
He
His
was,
right
he was
arm,
also dominant
he just
with Packers too, though.
he was, yes.
Yeah.
But most of it
I
was
watched him
with
play.
Philadelphia. Yeah, man, the Minister of Defense, man, that dude was good. He won the Super Bowl with the Packers in '96, and obviously, I'm sure most people know this. The Minister of Defense is because he was actually an ordained minister. Evangelical. What do you say? Evangelical.
Yep.
Evangelical. There you go. Evangelical minister. So he was like a priest or a pastor or something.
And he killed people
Like,
on his day offs or what?
He was in his religion. He was really in his religion. Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly. And from what I read, like he would tackle somebody like real hard and like, are you good? And the quarterback, yeah, I'm good. He's like, well, God bless. Like, and there's stories of him like he would use football in a sense of like just
to spread the word.
spreading God's word, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I like him for that. I'm just saying like they called him the minister of defense
for that
For
reason.
one,
as
for
that
reason.
partially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Can I give an
Yeah,
honorable
exactly.
mention before y'all do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Another Texan, Brian Cushing,
Cushing.
bro. Brian Cushing
Cute.
is one of my
Yeah, he's a
all-time
monster.
favorites,
Yeah,
bro. This
he's
was
a monster. Yeah,
bloody face,
he's a
bro.
lunatic.
Yeah.
Lunatic.
Dude used to
Yeah.
headbutt people with his helmet off.
Yeah. He was
Oh yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like
he's a lunatic.
my honorable mention was either J.J. Watt for same reasons as you guys seen him live, seen what he does on the field. Also Troy Polamalu, great player. You don't see that kind of player anymore. Brian Cushing is a great one though because that fool was good. But Patrick Willis, another defensive player for me,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Deion
a lot of good-
Sanders for me. Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Ronnie Lott from the Niners too.
Yeah. Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott.
There's so many. There's been
Dick
so many
Butkus.
great. Yeah, there's been so many great defensive players. Michael Strahan, on the line.
Yeah.
It's
Of
just-
course, of
so
course.
Football's just great.
He set the sack. If I remember right, he set the sack record against Brett Favre. And the conspiracy is a conspiracy. If you watch it, Brett Favre shotgun, boom, takes the ball, and here comes Strahan, and Favre literally just kind of like looks at him and like kind of
Cradled?
covers the ball and he gets tackled, cradled, and Strahan set the sack record. So there's an argument about like if Favre did it on purpose or not.
To let him get the record.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. But if you watch the video, it does look like Favre, dude. You had plenty of time to at least move. He just got the ball, looked at him, and fell over. Like,
Man, we should start
Sportsman
reviewing that call.
Sportsman.
yeah, we can review that one. Yeah.
He's being a good sportsman.
Junior Seau.
Yeah.
Junior Seau.
Lawrence
was
Taylor.
Oh, that was
Before
my
my
number
time.
one.
For my honorable
That
mention,
was my number one.
Oh, for real, bro? My bad.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
Honorable mention.
I was gonna say, yeah, my honorable mention. I haven't gone. Is Teddy Bruschi for the New England Patriots. He had the
Yes.
the horse collar thing behind him. That dude was a beast, bro.
Absolutely.
Like,
Forgot about
in front of
that.
Eddie Lacy, whoever, he would run straight at him.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a great pick.
Um,
Terrell
But Warren
Suggs too.
Sapp.
Warren
But Warren
Sapp.
Sapp.
Suggs, yeah, another Baltimore Raven, yeah.
Yeah, that Baltimore Raven
Warren Sapp
defense
was-
era was fucking nuts.
They were really
It was
good, yeah.
scary, bro.
I was gonna say about Brian
Darrell
Brian
Rivers?
Cushing. Yeah, Darrell Rivas, the island. He had the Rivas Island.
Yeah. That's
out there on the corner. I was gonna say about Brian Cushing. So he won like Defensive Player of the Year or something like that, and then he got busted for steroids. So they stripped him of the award and they did a revote. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. They revoted and he won again. Like he had even more votes. They're like, steroids or not, this dude's a beast.
Yeah.
Like,
The Legion of Boom when Seattle was hot.
yeah, Seattle. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Richard
Sherman.
Sherman,
Oh, yeah.
Earl Thomas, Cam
Chancellor.
Chancellor. Bro, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
How about Mike
Oh,
Singletary?
Chancellor.
Mike Singletary?
Mike
Back in
Singletary.
the day, yeah.
Yeah. It's just so many great defenses, defensive players, defensive organizations that we've seen and been a part of in our history. And obviously now you have new teams that are trying to build their defense up. Obviously the Raiders are a feared defense currently. Seattle had the Legion of Boom for a while. Obviously they went through their restructure and all that. So definitely exciting to see. Football season's right around the corner, guys. So we're definitely going to have way better content, way more content now with football season coming up. Other than that, I think that wraps up our episode today. Sorry for the tech issues for the people on Twitch. Hopefully everything gets corrected on their end. Other than that, man, it's been fun. Follow us on all social media platforms. We are trying to reach that 700 play mark on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. YouTube videos go up on Friday. Episodes drop on Wednesdays as long as we don't have any tech issues when the processing finally uploads. Other than that, follow us on social media. TikTok, you'll start seeing more of our TikTok clips. We're also going to start bringing in some special episodes for our fans. Other than that, thanks. It's been fun. Chris, take us out with a song. Peace out, boys. We will see you guys next week.
Later.